Fucking hell, it's hot in here. Hey guys, welcome to week 99, maybe 100 here on the Real DVD Watchers. Hold on a second. Sorry guys. And Wednesdays, as always, it's me, Tom. This is the first time I've had to sit down all day, so I'm fucking enjoying it. I've been out and about all day long. So the movie that I'm choosing to review today is something upon first viewing I hated it, but yet again I bought the director's cut after so many people telling me that the director's cut was so much better. And I was skeptical, but I thought, for $6, even if I'm wrong, you know what, I really didn't lose. So I bought it, and it was just so good. It actually made the movie feel more like a movie, and less like a shitfest. So that movie in question, and some people might, scoff at this, but so fucking be it. It is the Daredevil director's cut, directed by Mark Steven Johnson. He also wrote this, starring Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner, Colin Farrell, and Michael Clark Duncan. Basically, this follows the story of Marvel character Daredevil, aka Matt Murdock, who gets his eyes taken from him in a freak chemical spill accident. And the way how that happens is Matt Murdock grew up in the Bronx. Sorry, not in the Bronx. Sorry, in Hell's Kitchen, and his father was a boxer who went by, what the hell? I think it was like John the Devil Murdock. So his dad was a boxer, became washed up, and kids were always picking on him, saying, that his father was working for this one crime lord. Except Matt was always like, no, that never happened. So one day Matt goes down to see his dad, and he sees his dad, pretty much being a thug for the crime lord, and he can't handle it, so he runs away. And then as he runs away, he starts running, and then this forklift cuts into a barrel of toxic waste, and it gets into his eyes. But though the toxic waste robs Matt of his sight, it enhances all of his other senses, and he can see things through vibrations. And so because of this, Matt Murdock learns, there are people out there, naturally good people, who might not be the best people, but they are the innocent. And if justice doesn't get served to them because he grows up to be a lawyer, Daredevil, the man without fear, will bring that justice to them. And it's really about Matt's struggle to do the right thing. What compels him to do the right thing. And throughout the movie, we meet Elektra, who's played by what the fuck's her name? Jennifer Garner, and she turns out to be the daughter of this other crime lord who's trying to get away from Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, who's played by Michael Clark Duncan. And it's weird seeing the Kingpin being black, because a lot of us are used to the white Kingpin, but we'll get into that another time. And so, pretty much what happens is Kingpin decides that Elektra's father has to die, so he sends for this assassin named Bullseye, played by Colin Farrell. And Colin Farrell's fucking annoying in this movie because Bullseye is nowhere near as stupid as Colin Farrell made him out to be. So, inadvertently, Bullseye ends up killing Elektra's father, but he makes it look like Daredevil did it. So, of course, then Elektra swears vengeance, and then just things escalate from there. A lot of people have seen this movie, and I will agree too. I saw the theatrical of this movie, and it was absolute bullshit. They played off, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, the love story more so. But meanwhile, Daredevil, it doesn't matter with Daredevil. Even in the comics, when he was hooking up with Elektra, for him, his sense of duty always came first. And that's what really comes across in the director's cut, that Daredevil is compelled to help the helpless. He's out there trying to do what's right. And, even though he feels really strongly towards Elektra, he understands that is Matt Murdock's life, and sometimes the life of Daredevil needs to happen. It needs to happen, so he must set aside his own cares for the world. And, I mean, it's great to see a character, who's just so willing to do what is right in the name of justice, even if it does come down to killing people. Because normally Daredevil tries to avoid killing people to send a point, but sometimes you kind of can't, which is kind of stupid, because in the comics Daredevil really didn't kill anybody. But I want to talk about the acting in this movie. The acting in this movie is so-so. I mean, you can tell Ben Affleck really tried to read up on the role of Matt Murdock, really tried to get into his head. But this was the time when Ben Affleck was just making movie after movie after movie, and he kind of lost his way in the realm of in the role of I'm an actor, not I'm Ben Affleck. And I really felt that really kind of diminished his role. Although there are some great times in there where Affleck is Matt Murdock, but just overall, Jennifer Garner is okay as Elektra. I mean, I haven't really liked Elektra to begin with, so I really don't have anything nice to say about her. Michael Clarke Duncan as Wilson Fisk. It worked and it didn't work. I mean, he was great in his role, but I think a lot of us are too stuck in the way how the Kingpin is white. I know that might sound racist, but for me, it didn't work. I understand what they were trying to go for, trying to break down the barriers, but granted, it's not really, back then, but with Nick Fury being black in the Ultimate Universe and Samuel L. Jackson playing in the movies, that works. But for me personally, the Kingpin being black doesn't work. Not to discredit Michael Clarke Duncan's acting in that movie, because it's really, really good. And it's really cool to see him stoic and then just snap. Even though when Kingpin does snap in the comics, it's nowhere near as insane as he takes it to level 2. I think if Michael Clarke Duncan would have kept more of his anger and rage kept inside, I think it would have been more of the calculated Kingpin that we're used to seeing in the comics. And Colin Farrell, oh my God, could you just fuck up a great character any more possible? Bullseye is a great character. He is methodical, he's meticulous, and he plans. Colin Farrell plays him as a fucking Irish drunk. I fucking hated that. Oh my God, it was just so fucking annoying. Colin Farrell is probably the worst thing about this movie. Truth be told, especially in the director's cut. He is the worst thing about this fucking movie. And but some of the stuff that they did, how they had when they're in the church, and Bullseye busts out all the glass in the church and he starts catching it and he starts throwing it. Oh my God, it just looks fucking retarded. But there are some great things. I kind of want to see it in high def. Like when Daredevil is jumping around the city in his costume, I would love to see that in high def, because something tells me it would look absolutely brilliant. But at times though, there is a little bit too much CGI in this movie. And I understand that some of the stuff you need CGI. I get that. But some of the stuff though, you could have used a green screen and just had Affleck or his stunt double run around for a bit. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just felt really, really tacked on. What the hell is this guy's name again? Sorry, guys. Mark Steven Johnson, you can tell that he has read the comics and he's done a little bit of backstory, but I just felt that that this execs totally tried to fuck up the movie and tried to make it their movie, which really sucks when execs do that. Sorry I'm not looking at the camera, I'm just all over the place today. But still, nonetheless, his direction is great. It could have been a little bit more closer to the comic, if you will, when it came to how Daredevil and Elektra actually interact, because they have this fun little fight thing, but it feels really tacked on. So for me, it really doesn't work that well. But nonetheless, though, this movie is a vast improvement over the theatrical cut. Some people like the theatrical cut, and you know what, so be it. But really, this version is so much better. It actually makes the movie a movie. It's just great. So definitely check this one out. Even if you hated the theatrical cut, definitely check this one out. It's so much better. And if I had to give the director's cut a rating out of 10, it would definitely get a 6. It's better than the most average movie, but still, there's just a lot of it. If you read the comics, you just know a lot of it's not living up to its full potential. So yeah, so it's that. Thanks to everyone who watches and subscribes as always. You guys rock, and I will catch you guys in a week's time. Later.